Okay, I'm back. See how long before the problem happens again. Hopefully it won't happen again. What I did was I switched the USB ports. So when I set up my computer after replacing the motherboard, I purposefully put my Wacom monitor, tablet, and my camera on the USB 3 ports because they're the fastest ports I have. I figured those things would be good to have a really fast data connection, data transfer, information transfer. And in this thread I was reading, when I was just looking it up, they were mentioning a lot of problems with USB 3. So maybe all this time on my previous motherboard, because it had a couple USB 3 ports as well. Maybe I wasn't plugged into one of those before, and that's why this is the first time I've had this problem. So I just don't think any of the changes I've made to my computer would make any of the hardware changes. If anything, they should make streaming better, not worse. Okay, here's hoping that the stream does not pause again. So it's super annoying. Nah, I don't want this. I want this or down to 5. Go off 5. Life is really testing me today. It's like, oh, you don't like the paper that you have to use? Well, how about this? Some computer trouble. Well, it's not really computer trouble, it's software trouble. Either way, it's really testing me. Really testing me today. I just want to draw a pretty picture today, that's all. Just draw a pretty picture. And not smear any more ink. So that goes hand in hand with wanting to draw a pretty picture. I will prevail. Life can throw whatever it wants. It may get frustrating, but I'll never quit. I think I need some darker. Ugh, I don't want to mess up the freaking body. Yep, look at this. Well, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's pulling the ink off. The tape is pulling the ink off the page. So what I want to do right here is add some dark shadow under his jaw. think I might eat some pumpkin spice life after this. Love that pumpkin spice life. It's so good. Life cereal. Pumpkin spice life cereal. So delicious. This is 8. Ooh. Let's go back to 5. When will I ever figure out the settings so that my stream doesn't jump around or freeze or whatever? There's always some problem happening. I like how his face is looking. It's looking so good. He looks so peaceful. It's supposed to be. It's the theme. Tranquil. Tranquil. I don't know if I want to do like a lot of hatching and stuff on this or keep it more clean. Yesterday I got pretty intense. With my inking. I don't know if I want to do that this time or just try to keep it a little more simple. It's so dumb that I have to take the thing down in order to draw a line. Here. I do love inking though. Complaining a lot today, but now that I've got sort of a workaround for my problems with this paper, I enjoy it a little bit more. Do like thicker line on the bottom of this button to imply shadow. Give it some depth, maybe make it look a little 3D. It's transferring the ink to. Just gotta keep trying. I guess his hands should have a nice thick outline. They're the closest thing. They're even closer than the face. Should I use this? Give it a little interest. Oh, can't do anything. Have to use this little paper. Grr. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Trying so hard. I need to hold the pen a certain way in order to get the type of line I want, but at the same time, I have to be extra careful where my hand goes so that I don't smear this stupid paper. It's like, it's not like I don't smear ink on other papers, but this is just above and beyond the risk with those. Above and beyond in the worst way. Hoo-wee, Jesus. Whew, for a second I thought my video was frozen again. I put my hands back in. Oh, it moved. Man, camera's being finicky. I don't even know if it's the camera or if it's the software. Okay. Where am I? I need this little tiny one again. Oh, I'll tape it again. I miss my Suikoden music. But I don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get muted or something. I'm so hungry. Stomach is so hungry. How are we doing, Tir? How is it? I didn't choose a light source for this pose reference. It's just sort of generic in the middle. I'm gonna hold my hand up. It's a real pain. I'm not able to get the nice kind of hatching that I usually. It's really shaky. love doing hatching. It looks so good. I really like that comic manga look that it gives pictures. Switch back over to the size 5. Give this leg here a little bit darker line, thicker line, to show that it's in front of this other stuff. And back to the tiny one. Tiny pen, I mean. A tiny one. Tiny pen. Trying so hard not to smear this ink any more than I have. It's truly nerve-wracking, like my shoulders are starting to hurt. Just trying so hard, holding myself super still. Ah, I remember. This is supposed to be, this is practically black right here. I guess I'll just use this brush. No, really gotta be careful of that. Where else can I put some little... Hatching is the best. It looks so good. I love hatching. I love doing hatching. Just add some lines here and there. Of course, you can't do it haphazardly. You can't just randomly add them. You can, what's the word? You can fake it a little bit. But if you just put hatching all over the picture entirely without thinking about why it's there, it becomes obvious that it's just there to be there and not to provide the look of shading. Tir, you were looking so good, and I haven't even gotten on to Gremio yet. Gremio. I always call him Gremio because he's green, because he has a green cloak. But in Japanese, it's Gremio, so I try to call him by his native pronunciation. Gremio. Doesn't matter that much. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. At least if you're a Suikoden fan. I made the size 5 for his arm. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. I am blasted hungry. It's been a while since I've needed to complain on stream about my hunger. But I didn't eat lunch. I forgot. I'm running late and I was just trying to get the stream going. Won't have to be like this tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to use paper that I can sketch on and then ink on all on one and just erase the graphite. Okay, how's it going? How's it looking? Get this again. Can't do anything without this. No. Just gonna put some here, but there's already so much going on right there. I think I won't. Let me sit properly in my chair. Back is starting to hurt. Oh heck. I guess I will after all. Yeah, I do like it better. I do like it better like that. I'm going to differentiate this line from the line on the glove. I want to show that this is a short sleeve. sleeping so good, Tir. You're sleeping so freaking good. You're so lovely. Aren't you so lovely? 次はどこですかな? I feel like the hands have a little more factor. Use a dark one. Just use this brush. There's a little more shadow here. Two hands casting shadows. Yeah, I like that better. I like that much better. Gremio's behind here waiting. Waiting for his turn back there. Tir, look good. You look good, man. Young man, young master. I wonder if he's called Hutchins in Japanese. Hutchins. John. Oh, John. Dang it. Looks blasted good. Now, should I do a little shading on his face, maybe? Just a little hatching. I don't know. Maybe just right here on this. Oh yeah, that looks good. Do the other side. Didn't do the other side as good. I don't know why I couldn't do that. Because I have to concentrate. I have to concentrate so hard on not smearing. I can't think of everything else that I usually think of. Well, whatever. I'll just clean it up digitally. I'm giving myself that because this paper is so frustrating. I think I deserve it. I deserve to be able to clean up digitally. What problems I'm having with this paper. I don't want to do too much shading on his face. It can totally ruin it if I'm not careful. Oh, but his mouth needs a little more detail than this. Sad, boring mouth right now. Can't believe I'm gonna have three different videos today for YouTube, because I upload all my streams to YouTube just as an archive. This pen is not happy on this paper. It's like it's already drying out or something. There's already so many lines right there. I won't worry about that. Okay. Now it's time for the mantra. Finished, not perfect. I think it's good enough. Time to move on to Gremio. Gremio. Now. Hopefully I can cover this. Hope that doesn't pull up too much ink, because I have to put it on the ink right there. But at least just like right here, and he's mostly covered. Doesn't want to stick. Stick. Now, Gremio. Gremio. It's far away, so I'm probably going to end up using only this tiny, I was going to say brush, tiny pen. Since he's far away, I don't want to make it too dark, because you should use the darker on stuff that's closer to give the illusion of distance. Oh, my left stomach growling away. Gremio. I wonder what is it called? Title? Salutation? Like, do they call him Gremio-san? What does Tir call him? Gremio-san? Surely not Gremio-kun. Maybe just Gremio. Gremio. Gremio-kun. Gremio-kun. I've never thought of that before now. These should be. I love having these DAZ Studio 3D models, because they really help. They really help with shading. Of course, I don't have a cloak on my 3D model, so hopefully I just wing it in a believable way. pen hates this paper. It doesn't want to write on it. Can't wait to turn my Suikoden music back on. Sounds so good with my little bass speaker. It's not a very complicated thing. It just plugs into, I've got a left and a right speaker, and the bass speaker plugs into it. And it makes a huge difference. The music just sounds so great. It makes me want to turn it up louder. Make his inside his hair a little darker. I was really proud when I sketched his ponytail holder, and it looked good without trying. I didn't have to look up a reference of what a ponytail holder should look like from the back. Just able to do it. This one you've drawn enough, eventually just starts coming from memory. His hair is blonde, so I'm not going to go nearly as crazy on it as I did for Tir. I'm totally fine with Tir's official or book name, but I always name him Mika. I always name my characters Mika. So then in Suikoden and Suikoden 2, it's kind of weird because then I have two Mika characters because I import the save file from 1 into 2, Suikoden 1 into Suikoden 2, and I end up with two Mika characters. Whatever, do it anyway. Look at his lovely flowing hair. Is that beautiful long blonde hair? Okay. Not very detailed, Gremio, but there's nothing we can do about it, and it's still far away. Okay, next is his axe. I need to switch my reference image, which makes it look really shiny, super shiny on the blade. I have to try to do my best metallic technique. It gets really... Oh, Sarah, welcome. You just got home from work? Wow. It's because I'm streaming so late. Wait, did you have a totally different shift from yesterday? I'm confused. I'm glad you made it, though. I've been having a lot of trouble today, so I haven't had any viewers. I had to stop twice. I had to stop my stream twice. I was having the same problem as yesterday. I tried today switching the USB port because I did a search and it seemed like that could be the problem. So switched the USB port that my camera was plugged into. So far, seems to have worked. At least it hasn't, the video hasn't paused again since then. So please let it just hold out. I'm pretty close to done. Oh wow, you have a different schedule every day? That kind of sucks, in my opinion. Maybe you're able to work with it better than I would be. I've been spoiled with not having to switch shifts in a while. I just work at the same time every day. Of course, that time has changed in the past few years. 3 years ago, it was a totally different time of day. But still, at least it was the same time, mostly. Huh, I ended up not doing... Yeah, whatever. Can't do anything about it now. The angles are different. I wanted them to be the same, but can't fix it now. I think that looks pretty good. But is that overall enough for Gremio? Maybe I should compare him to Tir and see what they look like together. Knew it. It's pulling off a bunch of ink. I hate it. This paper's the worst. I'm not using this paper anymore after today. Everyone has to open a shift and close a shift during the week at your workplace. I guess that's fair then. If everybody has to do it, then at least it's fair. I remember when I worked IT, there were a couple really greedy employees who would never do anything, not for holidays or anything. So they were senior most, and they really took advantage of that. It's like, as long as everyone is doing a weird kind of schedule, then everyone's on equal footing. When they put it on 1 or 2 people, that's really unfair. I don't like it when businesses do that. But not back to back with a closed and an open. Oh my gosh, I had a boss once that did that to me, and multiple times. She would have me work until like 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then come back for a different department, because I worked 2 different departments at the time, at like 3 p.m. Like there was barely enough time to get home and get to sleep. I'm glad for you that they don't do that, that they're thinking about that. Oh, that was so frustrating back then. That was probably one of the worst. It was a department. It was the same company that was the best company I ever worked for, but that particular department was the worst. The department lead. She was so inconsiderate. She basically treated people like time slots and not as living human beings who need sleep and stuff. But I didn't have to work very long, only like a year before I got my really good position and got to leave that position. Dang, I've overdone it a bit here. Can't take it back now though. Just gonna go with it. I just wanted his hair to stand out a little more. My boss was an asshole. Yes, she was. She was the worst. She might have been the worst boss, at least as far as being likable, that I ever had. It was a life lesson. One of those times where I had to learn to stand up for myself because she kept trying to do it, and eventually I started flat out refusing to work crazy weeks like that. Let's see. What am I missing with you, Gremio? I think I've got everything. You're so far away. I'm not going to do little tiny strands of hair, but maybe I'll make these a little pointier. Yeah, that looks nicer. They're nice and pointy. Oh, Gremio, you're my favorite character. But you're protecting Tir right now, so Tir is the front and center. I guess another reason I was adding more up here is because this is so dark, it brings your eye down here, but that's not really, his axe isn't really the focus of this picture. Looking at my other monitor, because it gives me a nice alternative perspective of the picture. Just looking at the 3D model reference now. Make sure all my hatching looks good. Yeah, that's more interesting. I need to do one here too. I need my guard sheet. I need to remember to build a light source when I make these, because this is so weird. It's got shadow on the top of this arm, and that just doesn't make any sense. stay there. So make his face look a little bit more 3D. I don't want to take it too far because I want that clean, like manga type look. I think that might be good. Looking at my other screen again. It's nice because it's similar to taking this and putting it somewhere far away and then looking at it, but all I have to do is look at my screen. I don't even have to move the picture. Sometimes it helps too to like when I take a photo to like share online, and then I look at it and I can see, ooh, I need to add a little bit more here or something. Just gives you a nice different perspective. Yeah, the only thing I think I want is actually even thicker lines for the outline for Tir. I'll use this one. This is the one I was using before. So for that, maybe I'll use this brush this time. Different angle and perspective. Smart. Yep, it's one of those things I learned in university. It's one of those things that made me think, even though having the degree, having the paper for some art thing is not going to get you a job, the education itself is so valuable. It's like maybe that's something you'd stumble upon as you worked on art over time, but just having someone tell you, hey, make sure you do this, and then you do it, and you're like, oh, sweet, and it saves you lots of time. You can start using this new helpful technique right away. Glad I thought of a use for this brush. I didn't think of this because I wanted to use the brush, but I like being able to use as many of these supplies as possible. But I'm not using the blue ink today because there's nothing in here that I want to make blue. Feeling so much better from earlier where I was so mad about this dumb paper. Need to move this. There wasn't room for me to do his arm here. Still not happy with this paper, but I feel calm now. And I'll just clean up the few little smudges this time. Clean them up in Photoshop. And this really super thick line. I'm really happy with that. It looks really good. That's what I wanted. That's what I was feeling like it needed. I just want it on this side and this side, and I don't really need to do his hair because there's so much going on. I don't need to outline his hair super dark. I guess I'll start at the bottom on this side. Damn. Can't see very well right here. There's one little, okay, one little fiber sticking out. Oops. Oh, bump my own page. Oopsie. I'll just do his ear and the bandana. Dang, this one ended up way too thick. I'll fix that in Photoshop too. I love Photoshop. Fix up all those little things so that when you put it online, it's its best possible self. Clean out my brush. Now let me take another look. I think I might really be done this time, other than signing it and writing the prompt and stuff on it. Yeah, that looks so good. Really makes him come forward, I think. Shows that Gremio's way back there. So what shall I sign it with? My little... this? I think so. 2018. And how did I write it before? How did I write this yesterday? Inktober 2018, day 2. Okay. My handwriting yesterday was really messy, so I'm going to try to do it a little nicer today. October 2018, day 2. And the prompt was TRANQUIL. Oh. Yay! Okay. Finally. It took me even longer than yesterday because of all the problems with my stream. But I'm finally done. Yay! Another day done, and I'm on time. I'm on schedule still. Yay! It's looking good. It's looking good so far for Inktober for me. So I will be back again tomorrow to do the next Inktober prompt. And if I have time, I might be back a little later today to do my October ArtSnacks unboxing, because that box has arrived too. And I won't be surprised if they've included ink in there too. Maybe we'll see today, or maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But until next time, thank you for watching.